Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message, and I want to tell you that the season has shifted, and in this new season you have to be okay and guilt-free with telling certain people no. A lot of you all don't realize how simple but powerful it is to tell someone no. But be prepared, because when you tell certain people simply no, you will sometimes see a demonic manifestation of their wrath. And it will manifest itself in many different ways. It will come with manipulation sometimes. It will come with slander. It will come with lies and rumors being spread about you, because the person that you are telling no, or the people that you are telling no to, whatever it is, it looks different for all of you all. They will start to show their true colors. What you all also need to know is that when someone has gotten accustomed to you showing up for them, they have gotten accustomed to always having access to you. They have gotten accustomed to you always telling them yes, never questioning anything about their bad behavior or their conduct overall. You got to also know that when you have become an enabler, sometimes it's not intentional. A lot of times, to avoid conflict, you will come off, because I'm guilty of this as well. You will come off as nice because you don't want to fall out with certain people, especially when it is your elders. But you have the right, son or daughter of the Lord, to tell people no when whatever it was or is that you are currently doing, it starts to interfere with where God is taking you. If you can feel the pulling from certain people on you, and you are beginning to wake up and question, why am I delayed? Why is certain access spiritually restricted? Or why does it seem restricted? Why am I stressed out? Why have I started to realize that I have neglected so many things pertaining to myself and me taking care of my business, because I've gotten so wrapped up in taking care of or giving other people access to me? Now, for a season, God will allow certain people to be in your life, and He will put them in your life because they are your assignment. You will be used sometimes to be a lead or a guide for someone, as far as showing them you're the example of what God has brought you out of. And so you testify to them, you let them know the ins and outs of maybe certain things you used to be involved in, and you tell them why you got out of it and how God brought you out. And if you see them doing those things or that particular thing, you let them know down the road what could possibly happen to them. God will place people in your life where you are the lifeline and the example for them. But that season comes to a close, and God begins to deal with the actual person that you once used to teach, lead, or guide. And they have to take the accountability. They have to take the responsibility. They have to do the inner work. They have to work on their healing. They have to pray. They have to go to God and stop being spiritually lazy and just relying on you to do everything or most of the things that they need for them. They have to learn to tap in and do for themselves, just like you did. And so when you get to a place where you say, you know what, I'm tired, my health is declining, I am stressed out, I am angry because there were things that I was supposed to do and I forgot about it because I'm so sucked into these people or this person. It's time for me to be a little bit selfish and now get back to me. Believe it or not, people of God, some people, they will begin to take advantage of your kindness. They will begin to take advantage of you being nice. And Christian people get it confused because they believe across the board that because we are saved and because we love God, that we are always supposed to tell people yes, be available to them, and put up with whatever they have going on in their lives. But when you start to go backwards and you and certain things in your life start to decline, that is when you need to realize, you know what, I need to tell this person no. Because also, Please understand, your identity should never be hidden or intertwined or behind you giving another person help or access or support. A lot of people, they misconstrue what their identity is, and they will feel like, well, I've been assisting and helping this particular person so long, this is my call in life. This is my duty. This is my destiny. This is what God has created me for. I am here to let you know God has something special just for you in particular. And it has nothing to do with certain people coming along with you. Don't you feel guilty? Don't you apologize? Don't you go back and forth with anyone and allow them to manipulate you because you tell them no. You have the right to tell people no because it protects you spiritually. Think about any time or season in your life when you were the yes man or you were the yes woman. And every time someone needed something, you had arrived and you began to give them whatever it was that they needed. But then you started to realize, you know what, deep inside, I'm really unhappy. Deep inside, I'm starting to grow bitter. Deep inside, I'm starting to become miserable. Deep inside, I'm starting to become stressed out because I've been doing this for so long for this person. I know that now I'm enabling them and I can't get anything done for myself. I have nothing to show for the work I've put into this person and their life and their mess or their situation. People of God, it is okay to help people. It is okay to pray for people. It is okay sometimes when you are a listening ear. It is okay for you to be with someone while they are trying to figure things out and they don't really know God or the voice of the Lord. But you cannot be in that place, in that position forever. And whatever comes behind you telling someone no, understand. And you can't be in denial about it once you see it reveal itself. You have to really know and take it for what you see it, as it manifests. That was in that person all along. It was just you were so caught up in helping them and always telling them yes, nothing had kicked off for them to really show that other side. Anytime you tell somebody no and they begin to dog you out behind your back and other people are coming telling you that this person is saying so and so about you, now for years you've been there for them, you've showed up for them, you've given them access to you, you've assisted them and shared your resources with them. But the minute you tell them no and you explain why you're saying no, you do it in love, you do it with respect, but that person or those people still want to cop an attitude because of it and they begin to talk about you behind your back. You've got to know that God will handle them. You don't have to really give a response. Now, it's okay to confront someone, but when they begin to lie and deny that they are slandering you because they can no longer have their way with you, or you cut them off and set a boundary and told them no, trust and believe God will deal with them. When they go off and they're in their hard season or their wilderness season, because a lot of times that's really what it is. They're in their wilderness season and God is trying to deal with them so they get to know him for themselves. They cannot continue to pull on you and drain you because you won't be useful to the kingdom. And so when you start to recognize or it's being brought back to you that your name and good character is being slandered, or you are finding out this person that you told no is spreading rumors about you, or this person wants to throw a tantrum and they want to be petty and immature and say, well, if you tell me no to this and you don't do this, then I'm not going to do this or that. Anytime you see manipulation rise up, and I've discussed this with you all before, but anytime you see manipulation come to the surface simply because you're protecting yourself and setting a boundary and you tell somebody no, you've got to know that's further confirmation of how you're justified and why you are justified in telling that person no. Be okay with backing away, reclaiming your time, reclaiming your energy, getting your spiritual body and your mind restored. Be okay with that. And you learn to be okay with that by saying no. Just because you are saved, honey, does not mean that you always have to go along with the program in the lives of other people. That's not how this works. There is a time, again, and a season where the Lord will have you be there for certain people. But over time, as you have poured enough into them, you have taught them enough, you have showed them enough, you have pointed them to Christ, you've pointed them to the word, you've taught them, if this is you, you've taught them to pray, you've let them know the way to the Father. You've let them know, listen, I don't have to continue to always show up and pray for you in your time of trouble. I've taught you how you can go to the Father for yourself. I've showed you scriptures that you can read if you are feeling discouraged, if you are sick, if you are being unforgiving, if you feel bitter. I've showed you how you can find the Father. Ultimately, you always in every position you're in as a saved man or a saved woman, the bottom line is that you got to point these people to Christ. It could be your mother, your father, your auntie, your uncle, your siblings, your cousins, your grandchildren, your children, your co-workers, your neighbors, your friends. Because all of you all that start to tell people no, it looks so different across the board. And there are different people in each one of you all's lives that you are going to have to be bold and courageous enough to tell no. Let me tell you all a little warning before I end this video message. For some of you all, if you do not tell someone no, and I mean you tell them no, and you really continue to move forward with your life, you will be in the same season all over again, and you will continue to go through demonic circles and cycles, all because you have allowed that person that you're trying to cut off or set a boundary with and love them from a distance or help them from a distance. When you have allowed them to manipulate you or make you feel bad or make you feel guilty because you set that boundary and you're telling them no, if you continue to be an enabler to them, if you continue to let them make you feel bad and guilty and shame you because you're telling them no, you will find yourself in the same season going absolutely nowhere. And about a video or two ago, I told you all there are some people out here, they may struggle with jealousy or envy, but that also looks like them trying to latch onto you and hold on to you because they want you stuck in the same position they are. Realize that a lot of people, they don't have the opportunity that you do. You may have the opportunity where you can move around more. You may have the opportunity where you can get up and go to this particular place, or you have the opportunity to work with this particular person, or God has afforded you to do different things that certain people cannot do. And once they realize that, once they see that, they just feel like, I'm gonna do whatever I can, even if it is me putting this particular person in a position to feel sorry for me. And if I make them feel like or believe that I need them. That's also part of manipulation, people. You got to raise your spirit of discernment. And a lot of times these types of people, they want you stuck with them. They already know that you are intelligent enough and strong enough, confident enough, and anointed enough to where you know how to make moves, tap in directly to the Lord through his son, and you can get things done. People can sense it, they can smell it, they can see it, they can hear it when you speak. And when they see that, a lot of times they want to latch onto you and they don't want you to go forward. See? Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. But what I was saying is, some people, they want you stuck. They want you stuck and they want you where they are. When they have given up, or when they don't want to do the work to be better, when they don't want to do the work to go ahead and totally rely and depend on the Lord to help them, to heal, to be strong, to get their hope back, to get their spirit of expectation back for the Lord. When they have just threw it all away and they have become dependent upon man to fulfill them, to complete them, to help them, to always come through for them, to do the spiritual work that they really should be doing, then you've got to say no. You are not anybody's personal God out here. Understand it. You are not anybody's personal God. A lot of times, unintentionally, when people know that you are connected to the Father and they know that you love the Lord and they know you know how to tap in and you know how to get to God by doing a certain amount of work, they will try to make you their personal God. And every problem and issue that they have, they will call upon you. And in the beginning, you might not catch it. Sometimes you get excited when you are doing the work of God, when you don't really fully realize that you are really just a vessel. But when you get to the point that you allow a lot of people to pull on you, or it can be one person that is pulling on you, but it feels like 2,000 people are pulling on you and they are relying on you to do their work inside and out, you start to feel drained and you start to feel that pulling. You start to realize you are in a cycle and a season that you really should not be in. And God is waiting for you to do one thing. And that one thing is to say no. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video, it's okay, it's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.